Hey guys, I just got my Drift Ghost camera not too long ago. Sorry it took so long to get this review out to you guys, but I wanted to make sure to do some thorough testing on it, and so that way I can give you, a full, thorough review on it. Okay, right out of the box, you get the camera, of course. You get the wireless remote, as you see here, that's flashing red, which means recording. It comes with a universal clip, which fits into one of the three mounts that it comes with. It comes with a flat surface mount, a curved surface mount, which I currently have the camera attached to my helmet with. And then it comes with a goggle mount. So for those of you who like to ski or whatever sport you have that requires goggles, you can certainly attach this Drift Ghost camera to it. So that's a great option to have. It also comes with two rear hatches that cover the rear jacks up, which it has a external mic jack, a HDMI out jack, and mini USB out jack. The first hatch that goes on there basically makes the camera airtight, keeps it waterproof. The second hatch actually has two ports, which allows you to plug in the external mic jack and the mini USB jack. In my opinion, what sets this camera apart from a lot of the other action cameras, first off, it has a 2-inch LCD screen. And what's great about having the LCD screen is it allows you to line up your shots before you record, which I think is great. And it also has a 300-degree swivel lens, so that'll help you line up the shot even better, help you get the shot perfectly level. And also the LCD allows you to toggle through their menu system, which I find to be very user-friendly. It was very easy to use. I'd say even a caveman can do it. Another thing I like is when you're getting ready to set up the shot with the LCD screen is it also tells you your settings that you have set up, such as the resolution you choose, such as like 1080p, and the frames per second and the field of view. This camera also has Wi-Fi, so you can pair up your camera to your smartphone. So that way anything that's being recorded on your camera, you can see on your smartphone. And you can also manage all the controls through your smartphone, which I think is fantastic. You can also transfer video from the camera over to the smartphone, so that'll help free up some space on your memory card. Also, this camera has a pretty long battery life. They claim 3 hours, however, I was only able to average roughly about 2 hours and 47 minutes to be exact. When I tested the camera, the only time I got pretty good video footage was in well-lit conditions. And that's to be expected because, most cameras, you're not going to get great low light resolution, to be honest with you, especially in really, really dark conditions. The only video cameras you're going to be able to do to get really, really great low light coverage is such as high-end video cameras like the Sony FS 700. That's a $10,000 camera though. So, or some of the high-end DSLR cameras. So, but you're going to get some noise in really dark conditions, but I mean, most of the time, if you're in the city and you have a lot of overhead lights, you're going to get pretty good coverage. This camera is waterproof right out of the box. You don't need to put it into a waterproof container like you do the GoPro Hero 2 and the GoPro Hero 3. It's waterproof up to 3 meters, and I did test it. I took it out to the creek, put it in about 3 inches and let it sit in there a little bit and wait it around in there, and I'll let you see the video footage on that. Obviously, the low light down in the water, so you're not going to be able to see too much. You're going to get a little bit of noise with it, but overall I'd say it's pretty good. However, when I took it out of the water and I put it on my helmet and I did some video footage, for some reason the video footage was very noisy and very kind of jittery, so I don't know what's up with that. I did use a watertight hatch, by the way, so no water should have got into the camera, but I did take it home and charge it overnight and now as you see, the video resolution is fine. So I don't know what's going on with that. But also this camera, it has the ability to mount it to a tripod, which I think is great, unlike the GoPro Hero 2. One of the best features of this Drift Ghost camera that is exclusive to the Drift Ghost camera is the Flashback video tagging feature. And with the Flashback video tagging feature, if you put the camera in video tagging mode, what it's going to do, it's actually going to record video throughout your memory card and then start over when it hits the end of your memory card and start to erase what it recorded and start over in a continuous loop. So it'll constantly be recording. And what that allows you to do is, if you ever come across a particular incident, say, I don't know, a bear runs out of the woods or something, you're like, oh man, I wish I'd have caught that on video. Well, with this Flashback video tagging feature, you can do that. All you have to do is hit the top action key on your wireless remote, and it will go back up to 10 minutes. It used to be 5 minutes, but they updated the firmware to 10 minutes. So yeah, you can go up to 10 minutes back in the past. It'll also record 10 minutes currently and then 10 minutes into the future. So you'll have a total of 30 minutes of video coverage, so that way you'll be able to capture the incident and your reaction to it and some extra video footage. Hey, I actually used this video tagging feature on June 7th to capture a motorcycle accident I came across. Without this feature, I would have missed this accident for sure. Hey, what's going on here, guys? Whoa! So yeah, I think that's a really fantastic feature of this camera. There's a lot of convenient features of this camera, I'll tell you guys. I really like it. Now, as far as one of the best features that's really great for people like me that's a moto vlogger is the wireless remote. I love this feature because what this wireless remote will allow me to do is to stop and start recording. Unlike the GoPro Hero 2, you know, I have to press the button and listen for the beeps. You know, I press the button, it hits 2 beeps, it cuts on, 1 beat, it cuts back on. But sometimes it goes into the photo mode, and I think I'm video recording. It's actually just took a picture. So that can be irritating, but with this Drift Ghost, I don't have that problem. You know, I just hit, actually, you know, with the light here, you can see I'm recording with red. And you can also toggle through the 4 different modes that are available with this camera. And each mode is represented by a particular color. The 4 modes are, you have the video mode, which is represented by green. You have the photo mode, which is represented by yellow. You have the time-lapse mode that's represented by the color purple. And you have the mode, the photo burst mode, which is represented by the color of blue. And to toggle through those different modes, all you have to do is hit the stop key, the bottom button on your wireless remote, and it will toggle through those modes, and it'll be represented by, you'll see the color light up here on your wireless remote. And if you're in the photo mode, like in yellow, and you hit the action key at the top, it'll take a picture. If you're in the time-lapse mode, which time-lapse, it takes a series of pictures, and you can set up the increment level. You have to go in the menu system and set that up beforehand, but you can set it up in a half second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 5 second, 10 second, 30 second, and 60 second intervals. And as far as photo bursts, it takes a series of pictures as well. You have 2 choices, 5 pictures per second or 10 pictures per second. And of course you have the field of view choice for those photo modes. You have 3 field of view choices. You have 170 degree, which is super wide, the 127 degree, which is considered standard wide, and 90 degree, which is considered standard. And also you have the 3 choices for the photo modes on the 11 megapixels, 8 megapixels and 5 megapixels to choose from in the photo modes. And of course you get a self timer with all the modes with the choice of 3 second, 5 second, or 10 second. That's for video and the photo modes. Now as far as the video mode, which is represented by the color of green, you have, as far as the video resolution, you have 1080p, 960p, 720p, WVGA, which is 848 by 480 resolution. As far as frames per second, for 1080p you get 25 or 30 frames per second choice. For 960p you get 25, 30, 48, and 50 frames per second. For 720p you get 25, 30, 50, and 60 frames per second. For WVGA, which is 848 by 480, you get 25, 30, 50, 60, 100, and 120 frames per second. As far as the field of view for the video mode, you get for 1080p, 960p, 720p, and WVGA, you get the field of view of 170 degree, which is super wide. For 127 degree field of view and 90 degree field of view is only available for 1080p only, just to let you know. And of course, like I said, you get the self timer for all the modes. Like I said, this camera has a ton of features, and I took sample video in all the modes. And as far as video, you have two choices where you can record and move, or MP4, which I think is really great, because a lot of the other action cameras you're only stuck with one, and sometimes that can be more time consuming. So I think that's a really great feature. As far as the cons that I can come up with this camera, first off, it doesn't have 60 frames per second for 1080p, but I hardly ever record in 1080p, so it's not a big deal to me because I don't like to use a lot of storage on my card. I generally use 720 and 60 frames per second. And and this camera has that, so that's great. Another con is that as far as the audio quality with the internal mic, it's not that great, but I'll tell you, my experience with all the other action cameras, the internal mic sucks as well. So, I mean, it's okay, but the external mic is a lot better. I'll show you a sound test. However, one thing I couldn't get good sound quality on is when I put the external mic in my helmet. And I put it in 3 different locations, and I'll let you hear that. I put it at the top corner of my helmet.
Hey guys, I thought I'd do a nice moto vlog here with my new Drift Ghost camera.
I put it in front of my mouth inside the helmet.
2 rear hatches that go on the back of the camera. The first one makes it watertight, and the second one has 2 slots where you can put in the...
And I put it on the chin guard where it sits up just up to my chin.
Be well to you guys, but I want to make sure to give you a good review. As you guys know, that I normally moto vlog with my GoPro Hero 2.
The reason why I couldn't do this moto vlog video review of the Drift Ghost using the Drift Ghost was because I had audio difficulty when I placed the lapel mic inside the helmet. And I couldn't get the audio quality to sound that great, but it does sound good outside the helmet. Like I said in the, as you hear in the audio test, I did a rev of my bike, and with the internal mic. And the external mic. And with the external mic, the audio quality sounds pretty good, but like I said, in the helmet, I couldn't get it to work right to sound decent. But I do, some of you other moto vloggers out there that moto vlog with the Drift Ghost, I'll have to, I guess, talk with you guys and see how you got it to sound pretty good. So that was a con for me. The low light, like I said earlier, there's noise and darker shots, but like I said, that's to be expected in low light conditions. Like I said, you have to get a really expensive high-end camera to get great shots in really low light conditions. But those are the only cons I can really come up with, to be honest with you. I probably won't use it for moto vlogging. I will keep it on the side of my helmet because I really like the flashback video tagging feature. And unless I can get the audio quality to sound better inside my helmet, but until then, I won't be using it for moto vlogging. But I will be using it for external shots. I have a special promotion offer to extend to you. You can get $100 off accessories when you purchase a Drift Ghost camera. Just use the promotion code Cruza. Again, that's C-R-U-Z-A, Cruza. So hey guys, that's all I have for you today. So until next time,
I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hey, subscribe to my blog over at CycleCruza.com for tips and great deals. Also click like on my Facebook page for new updates, and that's facebook.com/CycleCruza1.